Hi all. I am standing outside our albergue for the night. Some bikers just rolled up, perhaps got the last couple of beds. A lot's happened in the last 24 hours. Sort of had the night from hell last night. Went to bed early, 9 o'clock. Everything looked really great, set up for a good night's sleep. And 10 o'clock, the bell across the road from us went off 10 times. Woke everybody up. And then 2 minutes later, it went off 10 times again. And it sounded like a bell that was the size of my car being hit by a 18-pound sledgehammer. And so everybody was awakened. And what we didn't know was that this town square bell, which is probably built in the 1700s sometime, was built by a guy who thought, well, if 10 is good, well, 20 is probably better. So they would ring the bell twice on the hour every hour. So 11 times, followed by 11 more times at 11, and 12, and then followed by 12 more at midnight. And it was driving us crazy. We could not sleep. And then, because everybody was awake, people started going to the bathroom. The bathroom was 3 feet from my head. And the light switch for both the light and the vent was right by my head. And so everybody would hit the light. Lights would go on like a circus spotlight, shine right in my face, and the vent would sound like a truck starting up. And then they would go in, do their business, come out, turn off the lights. So it was horrible. Anyway, let me just say it was a really rough night. I finally gave up at 5:45 and started walking because I was exhausted, sick of lying in bed, having people pace by me. And so I started the day's walk, and the walk was nice. It was pitch black for an hour, but I didn't get lost. And we were supposed to do 32 kilometers today, but there was a construction, so we hit a detour, and we ended up probably walking 36, 35. It was a long, hard day. So the night was hard and the day was hard. And people got here, and I got here, I just didn't stop. I just kept going because it was cold, it was windy, and there was nothing to sit on. And I just knew from my last Camino that if I don't stop, I will eventually get to where I need to be. So I didn't stop for 8 hours and 20 minutes or so. Finally showed up here, and I was kind of wrecked, and asked everybody else. Everybody else is wrecked. One woman has about 8 blisters on her feet, and she's a hiker, so she passes me every day. So I don't know. Everybody's torn up today by the difficulty of the route and the distance. I'm pretty good. I'm sore. I'm going to go to bed early because I didn't get much sleep last night, and I'm hoping that a good night's sleep will revive me and heal the sore bones and muscles. But I'll walk it off in the morning if I'm still hobbling like I am now. Things are going well for the most part. Things like this come into everybody's life, these crappy moments, and I tried to figure out how I could just deal with it and let it go. I thought that the people in the room next to us had their own bathrooms. What happened is that they had 3 showers and no bathrooms. So they came to the one 3 feet from my head all night long. I felt like the bathroom attendant at a prostate exam clinic. It was just, a revolving door. And tonight I'm at the far corner, away from everything. If I'm going to sleep, tonight will be the night. Got a nice place, had a nice meal, went to get some food, a couple of apples for tomorrow's hike, and we think we're going to do about 32 again. But the rain and the hills, you can see the hills on the other side of these buildings. The hills go straight up and over. I'm sure we're going to find a pass somewhere and not go straight up those. Those would be difficult to climb. But the journey goes on. I've finished 2 weeks now, and I am surprised that I'm healthy, surprised that my feet are still good, my muscles are getting stronger. I'm almost Camino fit now, and still having a good time. So I want to send my love to all who are at home, who I miss. You know who you are. Because of time changes, we're unable to sort of get in touch with each other by Skype. And I've got an iPhone that my brother Tim gave me. It's got these minuscule buttons, so it takes me forever. And Siri sometimes messes me up with these autocorrects, but I'm doing the best I can to stay in touch, because that's what I want to do. Other people just leave all the electronics at home, but I want to stay in touch with those whom I love. So it is Wednesday. I'm in I always mess this up, Carnaveral, and be heading out after breakfast in the morning. We're going to have a late start, I hope, and put on another 32 and survive the rain. I do have a video I'm going to follow this one, that is going to follow this one, and it just shows a bit of the walk that we did today. The sound is terrible. It was really windy today, but I'm going to let you enjoy if you can see it. So this is slow walking Stevie Wonder, now hobbling, sometimes walking slowly, but I'm having a good time. Look after yourselves, and I will do the same. Go with God.